Disclaimer, there is sussy contents mentioned in this video because the anime and manga have sussy content of family x family in the context of the manga and anime. So please proceed with caution. If stuff like family x family couple-ins are not your thing, please proceed with caution and leave this video as is. I obviously do not support this, and this is not glamorizing it. It is just a review of the anime I watched when I was a kid. I obviously did not know the concept of how disgusting it was. So this is my review of that and such. So please proceed with caution. If this is not your cup of tea, you can leave now and stay sexy, my sexy muffins. And for the ones that stay, please proceed with caution. Thank you and enjoy if you do stay. Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be talking about Vampire Knight. Now, Vampire Knight is an anime that was a little bit good in the early 2000s, I think. It runs about 2 or 3 seasons long, I think 2 seasons. And it is a show about vampires getting tablets that will help them to not drink human blood and to have tablets that can substitute their hunger so eventually vampires can live side by side with humans. The show takes place at Cross Academy, all that good stuff, where Yuki and Zero are both the discipline committee that keep an eye on the night class, which is full of vampires, which are doing the study to have vampires and humans live peacefully together and all that stuff. But let's talk about the glaring elephant in the room, shall we? And that it is a bit very, very, very sussy content with family x family stuff, such as the pureblood vampires wanting to keep their bloodline pure, and they have the brothers and sisters marry each other and have kids with each other in a word that I cannot say on YouTube. This is canon in the show and manga that this is what they do and all that stuff. And it is implied heavily that Kaname is Yuki's brother. This is not the case though. He is actually her ancestor who is like 11,000 years old. 11,000. So yeah, 11,000 years old. And he's her ancestor, but he lived a very long time, and he's more or less obsessed with her. But this is where it gets a little bit weird. A baby that was named after him, and that was his descendants, is unalived by Rito and all that stuff. And well, that makes him de-age himself to a baby so he can be raised by his descendants and raised as Yuki's brother. So it is sort of like that, but it's sort of not. I don't know what is worse, him being her thousands and thousands of year old ancestor, or him pretending to be her brother to be close to her, and where they were even kids and said they would have a relationship like their mother and father who were brother and sister as well. The show is very sussy, and I understand why it was canceled after season 2. Very sussy content. Now, just talking about the anime in general. I love the anime. When I was younger, I didn't fully understand the implications of them being borderline brother and sister and stuff, but it was still a very good anime. The animation for the time was very nice. I do love the animation style. And also, I love the characters, and I love how it ends in the anime with the way they wrapped up the anime was so good. They didn't delve into too much gross stuff, and they left it off with like a really good ending and such. Now, if you read the manga afterwards, I didn't read the full manga. I read it a little bit because it made me a little uncomfy because I was getting to that age like I was like, yeah, this is kind of sussy. So, yeah, so it was very intense, but I understand why they canceled it. Still good anime, not too gross as one would think, but if it's just something that you are not comfortable with, then Vampire Knight manga and anime is not for you, because in canon, a lot of brother and sisters do end up marrying each other in the anime and manga. So it is something that you wouldn't want to actually sit down and read yourself personally if that is something that you're not comfortable with. I fully understand. But the anime was pretty good. One of my top favorite animes, and one of the few animes that during that time where I finished from start to finish. So I give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Good animation, good characters, good storytelling, but it lost a few points, like 3 or 4 points because of the sussy content. But that's just me. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. Of animes that I'm revisiting. The reason I'm doing this one is because I'm revisiting it with my partner as they are watching it for the first time, and I had to warn them about the really sussy content. So I do love the characters. I love the storytelling of parts of it, but it's super sussy and not my cup of tea that I would enjoy as much as I enjoyed it as a kid. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.